Ahoy, ahoy, this is D. This is not D&D. We are playing Marvel Multiverse RPG. Custom setting I like to call X-Men the new class. Previously, on X-Men the new class, we decided our crew went to track down Emil Blonsky, aka Abomination. In the course of this led them to the Daily Bugle, where they had a rather interesting confrontation with J. Jonah Jameson, but managed to get the information they need to track down Blonsky. On tracking him down, morals and other considerations led the group to release Blonsky, although the idea that they would have been able to contain him seemed dubious at best. We've all made it back to the mansion last night. Got our full rest. There is an early knock at the door. Who answers it?
Sure.
Well, I saw Jeff
I was
waving
muted.
first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do, but I just forgot I was muted too.
That's okay.
I go answer the door.
You answer a door, there's a man standing there in a suit. Seems well kept. Has a decent build, but it seems the suit is almost designed to slim it and make him look less imposing.
What can I do for you? Ooh.
The bulge on the side of his suit jacket indicates that he is carrying a weapon. He pulls out a badge. The badge just has the shield logo, along with their long and drawn-out name. There's a few bits on it you try to read, but he flips it back up. He says, "Hello, my name is Agent Coulson. I'm actually here to talk to you."
Ooh. Interesting. What
Is
can
there
I
a
do
place
for
we
you?
can discuss things privately?
Yeah, there's nobody in my classroom. Let's go this way.
Many of the students passing by are taking a look. Oh, who's that? You hear the rumors already starting. What is that? Who's that with the professor? Is that a cop? What did Professor Downs do this time?
That's a good question. Uh,
Couple other rumors. I heard he's one of the X-Men. Someone, shh, we don't talk about that. Another student teleports past, trying to avoid eye contact.
oh yeah. Just head. I just kind of snickered or smirk and keep heading to the classroom.
Things are moving in a hustle above. The sort of hustle that students get. All of the students sharing the same classroom. For the most part, they're independent work done by themselves. They have the one new student walking past them. Kevin, do you want to describe Matchstick's daughter?
She's a rambunctious little child. Just kind of you see kind of just little droplets of water dripping from behind her as she's just starting to learn, like, gain her powers, and just little little blonde girl running around. Well, she's more brunette, but she's just running around, having fun splashing as she's going. She puts a little puddle in front of her and then jumps in it, just to have a splash.
And the door opens. Your classroom, a little bit off to one wing. You can see them in the other wing. Door opening. They're heading to the main classroom that Professor X would often teach in. She splashes the puddle, the door opens in front. You can hear the sound on the other side. Obviously, Hank, as B says, now. There's a time and a place for everything. And I do not think the mansion's meticulously kept hardwood floors are exactly the place for these splashes. You take them over to another wing. Um, Xavier's empty office. Coulson moves, sit down, sits in Xavier's desk, looks at the photo of the X-Men all together, passes it down. Says, please take a seat.
All right. Well,
Quick
all right, might
question.
as well.
There's a chair there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That is a good question. But yes, there is a chair there.
Figure Hank's probably been
Yeah.
using the class for right
They've
now.
been sitting, I would say, been sitting at
Okay.
his desk anyway. So
Hank's definitely been sitting at this desk. Although not as often as you think he might.
I said
Johnny Downs, correct?
that would be me.
And I am to understand you are the new leader of these new X-Men group. Is that a bold enough assumption to make?
Leader's a strong term for me. I'm just influential.
And Jeff, your mic's a little bit down. I don't know if you can fix that.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know. I'll try talking a little bit louder.
That'll
Want me
work.
to say no? No, I wouldn't say exactly leader is a strong term for me. I'm just highly influential.
Well, highly influential, boots on the ground. I don't know how else you would describe a leader. I'm interested in your leader. Henry McCoy.
What's Hank got to do with anything?
Well, considering he's taken it upon himself to reform the X-Men, everything.
What would you do in his case?
I would work more efficiently. That's not the subject at hand. Takes a look at the picture again. Interesting group. Although, somewhat disorganized by my opinion. I admire their cause.
We just want to live our lives and not be persecuted.
I'm just adjusting Kevin, Will, and Jay up a little bit on the volumes. So, why don't you tell me how you think your mission to capture Abomination went?
Ultimately, it was a failure because he's not in captivity, is he? But the safety of my team was mm, a little more important to me. So trying our best would just ultimately end in death. That's unnecessary.
I believe we agree. So let me be more specific. Tell me how you think your tour, we'll call it, at the Daily Bugle went.
That was your man's fault, not ours.
Hmm. How so?
He's the one who voiced off. He's the one who popped off. I thought, from my understanding, your agents are supposed to be disciplined. That kind of wasn't, was it?
Once again, we agree. If you could do me a favor and gather your team, along with my asset.
Get them here, like now?
Yes.
Uh, with, yeah, you know what? All right. X-Men Assemble. Where do we? How do I get this done? Is there a PA system in the school somewhere?
There is.
All right. I
We
asked
also have our
for.
badges.
Is there communication badges in X-Men?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then I tap on that one and assemble my crew.
The crew is summoned to Xavier's office. Everyone steps in. Agent Brick, you spot him as soon as you do. That's Phil.
I'm assuming he doesn't look too pleased.
It's always hard to read him. You can try, though.
Yeah, let me try.
All right. We're going to be working largely off of like a sort of insight here. So, an insight, you can use vigilance, ego, or logic, a non combat check. Any of the above.
Because I do know him, would I have
His,
an edge
his
on him?
closest associates don't know him.
Okay, that's a good, fair question.
No, it is a fair question. And so that was just my answer. They don't even know him.
13.
A13. He seems composed, is the best way that you can describe it. A stern poker face, capable of not giving away any hand.
I'll say Agent Coulson. Pleasure to see you again.
Agent Brick, the pleasure is all yours. He sets down a paper. It's a newspaper, printed by the Daily Bugle. It's got your picture plastered all over it. The headline is inflammatory. It's about who is S.H.I.E.L.D. and how they are helping Spider-Man.
uh,
This is quite the read. Fortunately, it won't go out. We had to pull considerable strings and even more considerable resources to stop that from happening. I read your report. You said the X-Men let Abomination go.
That's exactly what happened, is it not? As I gestured to everybody else.
That is not exactly what happened. See, I like thorough reports. When you say the X-Men let them go, I'm assuming you're including yourself in that. You're muted, Jay.
For the safety of everybody, that is, you guys also wanted a team on this for a reason, not just one person or not just one agent. That's the reason why I'm here. So they decided, and majority wins. I'm not gonna interfere with that.
It is your job to interfere in S.H.I.E.L.D.'s best interests. And our best interest was
And
capturing Emil Blonsky so that we can discover exactly what is going on.
I say we have tapes of everything, and he said that everything you need to know is on the tapes.
I would like those tapes.
I don't have them.
Where did we put them? Give me a little while. I'll find them. Where did we put them?
Good, you find them. I will be taking
And
over the
also,
investigation.
I don't know where at all Shields was ever mentioned while I was there. I wasn't representing us at all. I had no insignia. I had no badge. I didn't even say it. All I said was agent.
Oh, it
So the
was
fact that they
absolutely
said
said.
shield, it was not said by me. It was
It's
after the fact. It was literally after the fact. Um, after I left, Jeff had said it. He was like shield, and that's when he wrote it down.
Oh, Johnny said it, but yes.
Well, yes.
Johnny to Jonah Jameson.
so. You are incorrect. When you said you were not representing S.H.I.E.L.D., you always are. I don't care if you're wearing a clown suit. You are representing S.H.I.E.L.D. And if the name would come up, and your actions should reflect highly upon us. These do not. I understand how frustrating J. Jonah Jameson can be. But he is also in charge of considerable resources where the press are concerned. And you can't fathom the considerable resources it took to have him kill this story. And with that comes a warning. We have fed J. Jonah Jameson considerable resources for his operation. The Daily Bugle will not have to worry about money for a long time. What he does with those resources is up to him. He has agreed not to write a story about S.H.I.E.L.D. But make no mistake, he has fervor when somebody crosses him. He is obsessive. Some would say even compulsive. And you all just drew a big target on your back, as far as he's concerned. You need to be extra careful. Especially while you are representing S.H.I.E.L.D. And make no mistake, you are still representing S.H.I.E.L.D. I know that your compatriot, Enigma, I believe his code name goes by, is currently recovering from ongoing effects when dealing with Cerebro. When he is able, I would like him to try again.
We'll see if he's willing. It's a dangerous machine to play with.
Agreed. And we do not have the knowledge or resources by which to aid him. This is a simple request, not an order. I can't give most of you orders. He gets up, I will have to speak with Hank about this.
He might be teaching a class, so look around the classrooms.
I can attend while I wait. He gets up to leave the room, passes by Brick as he goes towards the doorway, stops for a moment. Be happy this was me. Director Fury had an idea of showing up himself. Fortunately, I talked him out of it. Thank you for your time, Professor Downs.
No problem, Agent. I was
Your
told
mic's
to
still a
work
bit
with
low.
you. Oh. No problem, Agent. I will do my best to do as I was told and to work with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Agent Coulson will do just fine, Agent Brick. Oh, before he leaves the room, as if he's just remembering. Good job on the highway.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Out we go. He goes and waits, sits in on the class. Do you have anything you guys want to go over before we skip to the next scene?
Okay. Yeah, I want to go over what. Okay, we heard him talk. We played the tapes for ourselves. Yes.
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 Yes. Okay. And from my did I understand correctly that Shield is in on these kidnappings to a point?
That is what Blonsky claimed, yes.
That's okay. That's what these tapes are claiming. Okay, I just want to make sure. Secondly, I go inform whoever is we're going to send off to give said tapes off to him. I want another copy because I'm going to analyze sound waves within it, see if I can't find other clues within it,
Okay.
if they would be any useful.
So you're taking the time to have them copied, which is
Yes.
fine. He's distracted for the time being.
Okay,
And we make sure to give Colson the copies, not the originals.
either or. I really don't
No,
care.
you got to give him the copies because you never know what's on the. It might get something might get wonky in copying, so he gets the copies, not the originals.
Whatever.
All right. I'm just going to need a flat non-combat ego test.
Do not bring up my combat ego.
All right. And Matchstick, you don't have anything that applies to this. Sonic Siren, you have one
I have
edge on this.
one edge, so let's go for a marvelous. I
And
well,
that did not
3.
work.
Oh, that rolled a 3. All right, so 19 is my better.
So you get the copies made. You hand him off to it, and he doesn't seem to suspect anything.
Well, you wouldn't like. I would know he. Even if he knows something, you don't know he knows it.
That's true. He's a hard read.
Love it. Yeah, I really do.
All that said and done, Beast is calling a meeting.
All right, let's go see Hank.
Deep in the main house, down to the basement. In the meeting room specifically of the X-Men. Hank says, I'm not entirely sure as to what has just transpired, but I believe I've been given what's referred to as a dressing down.
Yeah, we kind of were too.
Question.
Maybe an answer.
I'm not here to admonish anybody for what has apparently transpired at the Daily Bugle, although I would like to be notified when these occurrences happen. Is there anything that we've gleaned from this? Has anybody learned from this endeavor?
Of course.
Well, I'd be most intrigued to know exactly what it is.
What? Well, I mean, you
I need to be
you
more
know
of an
JJ's
honest.
reputation. He writes bad articles about me, so he his mouth upset big boy here. It was a mistake, and that's not our problem. So I didn't think to call you. Sorry.
And we also learned that if, as long as if we keep our level head, we can. Jameson is not above just having a conversation, at least. So we can. He's still. We can still talk to him. If we, as long as we watch how we come in. No guns blazing.
An apt analogy.
Hmm.
I put you in these uniforms, not merely because I enjoy the color scheme.
Clearly.
I put you in these uniforms because, well, students wear t-shirts with the logo on it. Mutants all over the world view this symbol, these uniforms, as a symbol of aid and a symbol of hope. But in order to maintain that, we must maintain a certain reputation and decorum. And even, Agent Brick, as you're not in the uniform, while you are with this team, Director Fury or not, I expect you to compose yourself in a manner suited to Xavier and his vision. We aren't fighting bad guys. Our fight is grander than that. Our fight is for the benefit of all kind, human and mutant alike. In order to do that, we need to show the humans that we are not a threat. On to the task at hand. Last night, Enigma couldn't sleep. It seems his experience with Cerero was overwhelming. Against my wishes, he thought that the best way to handle this was more exposure. So, he used it. Strangely, we couldn't locate Sabretooth this time. But he was able to locate Mystique. She's been moving south, towards New York City. She stopped for some time. At a library, of all places. It seems as he was tracking her that she has maintained this location. I think our course of action is clear.
We'll take a nerd trip.
She, at the moment, may be our only link to Sabretooth. And Sabretooth is undoubtedly the link to our missing compatriots.
Yeah, but he may have already been taken, and that's the problem. The fact that the agent doesn't know, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing.
Jeff, your stuff is still low.
Oh, shoot. Damn it. All right.
But agreed. Still, she is our only link. Want you to go find her. See if we can get any information, and of course, above all, be careful. She is far more dangerous than a mere shapeshifter. So what are we all doing?
Road trip.
Say it's time to go collect a car and head off to the library.
You know, take a car again?
Yeah.
Take a long road trip?
Let's take a road trip.
It's a team building exercise. It's how we all get to know each other.
Alright.
Time to shapeshift into gear. Let's go.
Very nice.
Agent Brick gets his leg room in the back. We get to learn about a lot of different music.
Whether we want to or not.
Creeper Crawler has been great at picking snacks. Let's go.
This time on the way there, getting an education on Iron Maiden. Because I just went and saw them yesterday. So they're on my brain.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
That'd be a fun one.
Road trip is going smoothly. Anybody want to discuss things along the road trip before we reach our destination?
Hmm?
What else do we know about Mystique fighting wise? She's going to be very different than what we've fought as a team so far.
She's one heck of a spy. So I mean, and
I think we should come up with a safe word just to make sure she doesn't shift into one of us and try to trick us.
that's a good point.
Banana.
I was
Pickled
thinking
eggs.
banana as well.
I thought banana at first, but then
So the safe word's banana.
Might as well be.
Once we've used that, we should have a backup word after because we've used it once. She's
Yeah.
going to pick up on that. We should probably have a few different ones.
We start with banana and then we go to pajamas.
There's
Okay.
a bit of the information that they have on Mystique, that the X-Men have on there. Raven Darkholm is a near perfect spy and double agent. Not merely because of the shape-shifting abilities, but because she's heavily trained.
Sure. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Heavily trained. She's a great spy.
She has worked with both the Brotherhood of Mutants and the X-Men.
Excuse me.
She has a sort of coldness to her approach. Her long life has hardened her, but has also taught her a series of skills that would make even a SHIELD agent blush. Her closest known associate, Magneto. So what's the plan as we're en route to locate Mystique at this library that Enigma help us find?
I would suggest. Well, I mean, start there. Try to see if we can't see if there. I mean, the library could be just because she stopped here. Why would you hang out at a library? So the library might be a front. I don't know how you would get down or figure out if there's a down, but then again, my ability of with sound and just I would hope I could hear something that would give away, but that'd be all I could do. Is I'm thinking that one, and I kind of say that to y'all. I'm thinking this library might be a front. Why would you camp out here? How would Mystique camp out here? Because she can only shapeshift into human things, and you can't just like stay at a library. I don't think she can become an animal. I mean, wouldn't put it past anything, but you never know.
Welcome, Sean. Enigma has also jumped in the ride.
Okay, cool. Oh, you feeling better?
Ooh.
Good. Glad to see you're awake. I know you were a little mentally drained there. Since we're going to fight Mystique, we've come up with safe words in case she shapeshifts one of us. First safe word is banana. If we need to use that, then we got pajama after that.
Banana pajama. Sounds
Yep.
good. All right. Ugh.
So we're approaching the library. What's the plan?
I think we should probably go a similar way we did with Blonsky. Let's go in with attempt to not show much hostility at first and adjust accordingly. Let's see if we can maybe just have a
Time to ready to
conversation.
start using the Dewey Decimal System.
Creepy Crawler, what did you take, by the way, for your schooling advancements?
Huh. Heightened Senses 2 and Mighty 2.
Hercules, Hercules.
Good calls.
You can throw trucks around, huh? Or is it beyond that
Yeah.
at that point?
Yeah,
Yep.
he could throw buses around.
Okay, that's what. Okay, I said Mighty 2. I was like, this is like you're just. I throw everything at you.
We could play catch with a bus, back and throw
Yeah.
it back and
Okay.
forth.
Yeah. Okay.
I learned my my ant powers of strength. Oof.
Nice. Yeah. Ah, that's great. Okay.
Talk to my aunt sensei.
Okay. So arrive at the library, head in nonchalantly. Bit of sound here and there. People whispering back and forth to each other, doing their studies. Some people just here for some warmth.
It's a nice little homeless shelter always, but like I said, I'm looking for just anything that would sound out of the ordinary. I don't know what kind of.
Well, the sound's
That's
bouncing off all around pretty well. In order for you to use sound to actually hear better, you would need heightened senses.
Okay, that's what I figured. I don't.
However, Bugman, Creepy Crawler,
Yeah.
Can hear a
Mark
few things.
Hamilton, Mark Hamlison.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a vigilance check.
Okay. Non-combat.
Non-combat.
And then I believe I get 2 edges on that.
Yes, you do. You gain 2
All
edges.
right. Well, I think I will re-roll this guy into another 2. Awesome. Okay. 13.
That's
Into a 3.
Ah.
Got a 13. That's enough to make out a whisper. One of the students studying. Ball cap sort of concealing their eyes. Whispers to themselves. No one else is with them talking. They're here.
I would also like to.
Guys. Mm, mm, mm.
Uh, I would also like to use my ESP to see I can locate any mutants here. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Go for it.
Yep. Alrighty. So
There
go
we go.
ahead
If
and
you
do
do
that.
that would.
And that is 19. I don't know if I have any edges on this one. I don't think I do. So yeah, so that's a 19.
All right.
There's a fly on your camera.
That's
A
awesome.
19.
There's a fly on Creepy Crawler's video camera.
Oh, hold on.
Totally on purpose. I'm
Uh,
sure.
Yes. You are
So
picking
weird.
up 6 superpowered individuals within this area. One of them very close, the person that Creepy Crawler pointed out.
Mhm.
Sorry, you're picking up 5.
Okay, there's 5. 5. Okay. Did not get a fantastic success, so can't tell
There's
more
no
than
and.
them, but unfortunately. Um. Alrighty. Well. So, uh, okay. And what are their And so I also know their exact locations as well for the rest of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Are there
Are
exact
they?
locations?
Well,
Those
it
in the
just says.
person yeah. The
They're
other ones are located beneath the library.
Oh, beneath the library.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
he told
All
you.
right.
I knew I was right.
I establish telepathically with uh with Siren, and I'll get to all of them,
Will.
each, and because I can only do one at a time right now. And I just say one one of them is up here, and the rest are underneath the library.
There's 4 more underneath the library.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah,
underneath. Yeah,
4 more underneath the library.
You didn't roll a fantastic success, so the exact nature of their superpowers is unknown to you.
Yep. I need to start finding some edges on these things sometime. But oh well.
So if you
Okay.
seem to know who we are, who are you?
Oh, you're just approaching?
Huh?
As you start to approach, it gets up nonchalantly and starts heading towards a back area, towards stairs.
Do my best to keep up so I don't lose this one.
I will
Too.
meet the person. Like as soon as they turn, it's just like boom, right into my chest type thing.
There's the fly. There's the fly. The fly.
The fly just keeps coming back to the camera. It knows.
It's great.
See?
It wants to be a star.
It does.
just able to get like just that person's attention, or does it have to be a group?
What do you mean?
Well, because I'm looking at like, it's knows how to get the attention of a crowd, but like if I'm trying to get their attention before they get to the stairs and run into brick, it's like, because a library for a lawyer is like, yeah, he knows the library Metric knows the library very well from studying for the bar exam.
Mm.
So he's just, wants to try to just initiate the conversation before they get up and walk away. Cause like, get their attention.
Yeah, public speaking really is that. Public speaking, like the advantage of a crowd or in a sort of
Presence.
public speaking environment.
Yeah.
One-on-one like this would not count.
Whereas I have
Okay.
presence. I can actually do what you're asking. Presence. would
Right.
be more
That's what I was
skill.
trying to make sure.
All right, so
Yeah.
Agent Brick steps in the way. Immediately. I'm going to drop 5 focus here. And she slides directly underneath your legs. And then starts running for the stairs.
Just had to make it more difficult.
You're muted, Jay.
Is it possible to try to grab her?
Yes,
Yes,
you will have trouble on the attack. And what else, Will?
I was gonna say I can web her or web the door so she can't go through it.
That's a possibility too. We'll start with Jay's action. And you need melee. Combat melee.
Ooh,
Woohoo.
that's. Oh,
So
wait,
close.
I have it. Damn.
All right, and you have 2 troubles on this.
Oh.
What do I have to do with the 6s?
Yeah, you have to. That one and then that one. You always do it on the highest
11?
one.
Ooh.
11?
Oof.
And 11. I'm going to try to grab her. And seems like you're getting a hold of her, but somehow just puts his hands up, pulls his legs up, almost like a gymnast, backflips out of the way, and you didn't get a hold of him at all. And is running for those stairs. Will, before they get to the stairs, you wanted to try to web it up?
Yeah. Agility, right? Combat.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right, and I
And
need
then
you to roll a trouble on that.
just one.
2 of them.
Okay.
She's slippery. And then roll a trouble on that Marvel one for the second one, which I see you did. Fantastic. All right. You got an 11. You web. She actually, as she's running past, shifts back to her blue form.
Hey.
We got dogs.
Yep.
Shifts back to her blue form. In the process of doing a little spin jump, pulls one of the, pulls down a shelf of books, and the web just hits the books as they're falling off.
She's still.
Nice.
Is she in the stairwell yet?
Yeah, she got into the stairwell now.
All right. Going up or down, just so I have to know this before I continue.
It looks like she's going down.
Down. I put up a barrier below her. There's not a barrier sound in front of her. I use that wall thing. Hold on. I'll push the button. It's gonna
Yep.
bring me up. Oh, which one?
Were there other civilians in the library?
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
and they're all moving out of the way, getting ready to run out of the library. They seem pretty panicked.
All right. Elemental barrier is the one I want. I just don't know how to. I thought it would. I rolled it.
Nice. There you go. All right.
All right, so you rolled a whoa.
There's a marvel. That's my
Okay.
elemental barrier.
I need you to make just one trouble on that. So guess what's getting the trouble?
Oh
6 or
no.
the marvel.
The marvel is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Makes it a 12.
And a 12. And the barrier forms just as she dives through it, almost like she knew it was coming. Her toes get just right past the spot. She tucks rolls and continues to head down the stairs. She is elusive.
This is kind of her thing.
No, okay,
Before-
no, that actually works with the barrier's power. On a failure, the target gets to choose where they appear on what side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's actually fair. I'll let.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Mm.
I was hoping that even with the trouble, it was you still got to smack into it, but no. Okay.
Yeah. At least this point, you didn't get the defensive stance against you, so only one trouble.
May I fly down?
You want to fly
Well,
down the stairwell?
Yep. I'll fly like over and just drop down.
Yeah. All right, you fly over and drop down. You stop her right before she can get to the door.
Freeze.
And if I say no,
Do not make me do anything you'll regret.
you've already done so many things you should regret. Look at us, struggling to survive. But you? An agent. An agent of Homo sapiens. I'd love to stay and chat, Uncle Tom. But I have places to be.
You're
And
not
she's
going
trying to slip
anywhere.
around you.
I will try to prevent her at all costs.
Okay. Roll a melee to try to stop her if you're just trying to grab. That's going to have 2 troubles attached to it.
Mm.
Yes. I'm in a doorway, right?
Yeah. You're in front of a doorway. She hasn't gone through it.
So I also have a movable. I don't know if that might help.
That would
Always
help if she was
pushes the
trying to knock
character
you
around.
back or knock you through it or move you
Oh,
like out
okay.
of the way. She is not. She's
Okay.
trying to slip right by you. She's flexible like that.
Mm.
All right.
And 2 troubles. First hit the 5,
Yeah,
and then hit one of the 4s. Doesn't matter which one.
I thought it did, but all right.
12. And this time you thought you had her. You grabbed her, have her by the shoulders, and her shoulder length just trims a bit. She slides right under you and through the door. Even managing to close it behind her. She is slippery.
Throughout all this, I'm just nonchalantly just walking towards down the stairs.
Towards the stairs. Does that
Yeah.
describe everyone else, or are they trying to book it a bit?
I was trying to calm the civilians that were running around because again, we don't really want the negative publicity of.
Oh yeah, give me a
Yes,
non-combat ego check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
You
like, let
got
me
it.
calm the civilians.
All right, and you also get edge on that
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
because you are a public speaker.
Oh
Didn't change.
man.
But a 15 is still good enough. You just didn't get that fantastic success. As
Yeah,
they start
but-
slowing down a bit and leaving in a calm manner, a couple others are starting to take pictures on their phones.
yeah. So the people that are getting pictures,
Yep.
I asked them to delete the photos, and I would help them with a studying of a whatever of their subject of choice, because of I'm trying to make that deal with them.
Okay.
Like, we don't really want um, anything that's going to look bad at the moment within the public.
All right. I want you to make an ego check for negotiation. You have an edge on that
So another
because you're
non-combat.
trying to make a detail. Yep. Trying to make a deal. You got 2 edges because you're trying to convince the group this is public speaking. You have another edge because you're trying to make a deal with them.
Triple fives. Nice.
But a
Damn.
19 is still good enough.
Yeah.
And they promise to delete.
Yeah.
One of them even takes you up on the tutoring offers. Do you have a card?
I do. I give them a card for
Like Xavier School?
um
I would imagine you have that. I'd also imagine you have legal cards.
right. I was thinking legal cards is like, yeah, just call this law firm and say you have an appointment for a tutoring session, and they'll know who you need to get a hold of. I'll make sure the best lawyer at the firm gives you a hand.
All right. And I thank you for that. The rest of you are nonchalantly. And then
Which will be my
Matchstick
wife.
behind him, heading down the stairs. Agent Brick, recovering from that sick burn and being called an Uncle Tom. How is he reacting? You have to admit she has a point.
Yeah.
Opening the door, flying after. Yeah. Flying after her. And
So
I
you open the
guess
door after her. Immediately when you open, you notice you can't see anyone in here. You may roll a vigilance check to do a quick scan of the area. That's going to be non-combat. All right, now let me go
11.
ahead and take a look at some of your traits because they might be beneficial for this. This is sort of something you do.
Oh, investigation.
So you do have an edge on that.
I'm gonna do that on the 1.
That's probably the best one to do.
13.
13, and you do not spot them, as you can probably guess. She's much better at hiding than this.
Pop out of the door and just a bunch of people walking by, and I'm just like,
Pop out the door. No one's down in this
shit.
door, actually. This basement seems like it does
Nobody?
have some bookshelves, but they're largely storage for older or damaged books. Many of the area kept with piling books on top of them, some of them unsorted. Boxes marked with various new donations, and an assortment of containers containing everything from furniture to writing utensils to the average sort of stuff they would need to keep the library running on day to day. This area looks like a storage facility.
And this is downstairs in the basement.
Yep.
I'm gonna fly as fast as I can through this entire area and scan it.
Okay. So you're going to take a far more detailed search. We'll let you roll that check right as everybody catches up downstairs. There was no real hurried pace from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
As you see him flying around, go ahead and make another vigilance check.
Dang. But I still have the edge, correct?
Yep. You sure do.
So 15.
All right, 15, and you still don't spot anyone.
Dang it.
I'd like to take a look as well.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that. 16.
Hey, 16.
Yeah.
Still don't spot anyone.
Mm. Um.
So you're all
Go.
heading in, searching the area, seeing if you can find where she went.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna use my ESP
Okay.
if the straight thing won't work. So, let's go ahead and do that real quick. And that is a 16 as well.
She's just not wanting to be found, bro.
Hey, 16. You detect those mutants again.
Okay. Where exactly?
It looks like they're inside the walls,
Inside the wall.
including the
Inside
one you
which?
sensed upstairs. And as
Okay.
you all make your way in, searching about, the door slams shut behind you of its own will.
Of course it did.
Part of the wall opens up. Somebody comes flying through it. There you go. Give me that picture. I do like my pictures.
Oh.
Although it is many days, I am targeted by X-Men. I would expect those greener than the usual variety. To have more caution. I do not appreciate being followed, except by those that share my ideals. A lesson is in order. As other parts of the wall open up, that's where we're going to end this session because I know Kevin has to go early.
Yeah.
And we're going to pick up the next one right in the heat of it.
Oh.
X-Men versus the Brotherhood. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Shit.
And 5 more of those holes open up. You can tell that you are outnumbered by at least 1. Although the rest of them haven't stepped through, you can guess who one of them is since you've met them already. And she's hard enough to get a hold of by herself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why the answer was different. Because I would not have sensed Magneto.
Yes. That's it. That the answer was different, that it was 5 mutants instead of 6. It seems you are unable, with your active ESP going on, you were unable to pick him up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
So, we'll see you next week for X-Men: The New Class. Can the X-Men survive an encounter with the Brotherhood? What does the Brotherhood have to do with the missing X-Men? And how come none of the people who you are encountering seem to be a saber-tooth-sized hole? Find out next week on X-Men: The New Class. And if you like watching actual plays in these streams, I'd highly recommend following or getting with us on Sunday at noon Central Time, where we will pick up where our crew from Star Trek Andromeda left off. And of course, next week, the week after that, we have X-Men, and then the day after X-Men, we have Fallout, Tales of the Midwestern Wasteland, where the werewolves make their way across apocalyptic Chicago. Looking forward to seeing you. This has been It's Not D&D, because we play everything else.